Hey everybody, welcome to a class with Abby on Verbling.com. It is awesome to be back. Looking forward to having a nice class with you guys today. We're talking about computers, an intermediate level reading and conversation class. Ali, how are you?
I am fine, Abby. Thank you. How are you?
Ali, you changed your picture.
Yes.
I thought it was a different Ali. Where are you in that picture?
Uh, it's a city far from here, maybe 400 kilometers.
What's it called?
It's called, we say in Kurdish, Reha, or in Turkish, Urfa.
Okay. Maybe that'll be the next place I visit.
Maybe. I hope.
Nice to
It's
have you back, Ali. It's good to see you.
historical place.
Cool. Well, I've seen a lot of history. I'm all historied out.
Yes. Nice to see you again.
Thank you, Ali. Hi, Lucas.
You
Welcome back. Good
seems
to see you.
great.
Hello, Ati. Nice to see you too. How are you?
I am very well. Thank you so much for asking. How have you been?
I'm fine, thank you.
Have you been practicing your English without me?
Of course, but it wasn't like before.
Oh, come on now. Good to see you again, Lucas. Thanks for coming. Amp, welcome back to the class.
Hi, teacher. Welcome back.
Thank you, Amp. It's so good to see you. Thanks for coming to my very first class back.
Good to see you as
Nice
well.
to see you. And Jose, welcome back. Good to see you.
Hi teacher, how are you?
I'm very good. What's new?
Nothing special teacher, and you? How was your trip?
My trip was very good, except for the very end. I was delayed about 2 days because my bags did not arrive. So I was in Mexico City wandering around like a lost child.
Always is a problem teacher.
I went to Chapultepec and I went to the castle there and I had a nice time.
Oh really? It's very nice place.
It is, it's beautiful. So that was good. At least I enjoyed my time.
Okay, nice teacher.
And Raphael, welcome back to the class. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
How you feeling?
I feel well, thanks.
Raphael, have I had you in a class before?
No, this is my first class.
Ah, well, it's nice to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from Dominican Republic.
Cool. Thank you for joining us, Raphael. I used to live there. Nice to have you in the class.
Okay.
And Eduardo. Hi, Eduardo. How are you today?
I'm great. Hello, Abby. Long time no see you.
I know. This is the test to see if everybody's English has improved just a little bit. 20 days, you should all be a little bit better in your English, right?
No, I don't think so. I was waiting for you.
Well, that's sweet. Good. And the last one, I think, is Zane. Zane, welcome to the class.
Hello.
How you
Hello.
doing, Zane?
Fine.
I recognize your voice now. You just changed your picture.
No. It was.
Did you
It
change
was
your
my.
picture?
Yes, but I didn't remember. I don't remember I ever enter your class.
Okay, we're talking about a different Zane then. Your voice sounded familiar. Sorry.
Okay.
Well,
That's
it's
alright.
awesome to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had a wonderful time. Any questions before we get started? I didn't think so.
No.
You guys are all shy. My
We
shy
missed you,
students.
Abby.
I missed you guys too. I did miss you guys. There was many times when my internet connection was not stable, so I just kept busy doing things. But today we're going to be talking about computers. So let's start with Eduardo. How do you think computers have changed in the last 10 years? What would you say?
Well, I think a lot. The network is amazing right now. We are connected all over the world. So that's the main thing in computers, I suppose. And of course, every decade or even every year, there is some new things and in information technology that makes better, easier, and cheaper to connect through internet, with people.
Absolutely. Anyone else want to share their opinion on that question? How have computers changed in the last 10 years? Maybe something you like that has changed or made it more convenient for you?
Sharing information is the most helpful thing, yeah.
Okay, good. Rafael, in the Dominican Republic, what do you notice about people and computers? How has it changed in the last 10 years, how people relate to computers?
Well, it's very helpful. We can share knowledge, apply this new kind of learning. We can share while the e-learning. We can get into the e-learning, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, very true. How do you use computers, Lucas? How do you use them?
Mostly, I use the computer to internet to read some news, watch some movies, and nowadays also to learn English. So for me, I spent a lot of time on the internet, so it's very important to me to have the computer.
Absolutely. Good. Who here uses computers for work? Who?
Me.
Ali, did you say you?
Yes.
Okay, how do computers make your job easier?
Computer is very important for my job because we load every kind of information in our program, and we take some documents from our programs. If we don't have computer, we can't do our jobs. Everything is in my computer about my work.
Perfect. Good answer. Anyone else in the same situation? They absolutely have to have a computer?
Yes, I'm system engineer. I have to develop applications, and this is my work. Work with the computer.
Excellent. Yeah, systems engineer, definitely. What about you, Eduardo? What are you going to tell us?
Well, when I start my first years at university, the computers, of course, there were computers, but we have to paint or draw in paper, with ink and everything, with a ruler and a compass, and and of course, I'm a civil engineer, so we use the computer for everything: drawings, blueprints, of course, documents, and there is a lot of programs right now to budgets, the control of everything, surveyors, quality, everything is in programs on computers. I have to use it every day, of course.
Perfect. Thank you, Eduardo, for sharing that with us. Zane. Zane, are you there?
Yeah.
I have a question for you. What is something that a computer can do better than a person? What can a computer do better than a person can do?
Okay. Computer has a strong memory, and it can calculate much faster than human beings. And computer also can drive a car or lead the satellite.
Okay, very good. Excellent answer. I like how you said they can calculate things faster than a human, except for not as fast as Ali. He's faster than a computer with calculating. What is something that you think people can do better than computers?
Well, all the programs that are charged low in the computer is because the man has created. So if the man fail in the programming, they are going to fail also. So it's a tool that help us a lot, but that all depends on the human mind. How did they do the program, the software that is going to help people?
Absolutely, good answer. Jose, can you think of another thing that people could do better than computers, or something that you'd rather have a person do for you than a computer?
The communication teacher around the world. For example, I work like logistics coordinator, and I have contact with a lot of person around the world, and through the computers is more easy the communication, because I can to have for example a chat conference through Skype, and is better and more cheap too.
And cheaper, you could say.
And cheaper, yes.
Excellent. Good. Anyone else want to share an opinion about what a person can do better than a computer? Or vice versa?
I don't like when I hear in a mobile phone instructions that you need to do for whatever. Yeah, I prefer a person.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I think that's one of my biggest irritations is when I phone my bank and I have the automated list. I'd rather talk to a person. Anyone else?
I think that, the human beings are, they can learn, but the computer cannot learn new things. So learning is, it's like quite a difficult job for the computer.
Excellent. Osama, welcome to class. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Where are you from, Osama?
I'm from Algeria, and I'm living now in Paris.
Cool. Thank you for coming to class. We're happy to have you. So today's class, we're going to be reading a relatively short article about the meaning of the word computer. And then you'll see toward the end of the class, we're going to have a discussion. We have 14 questions that we're going to talk about with each other, and then talk about the benefits and the problems with technology. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. We can start with Zain. Why don't you read that first little paragraph for us? Zain.
Okay. But how can I find the article?
Can you see it on the screen share? Because I don't have a PDF.
Oh, okay.
I can put it in the chat box if you want to copy and paste.
Oh, okay, but over the years, there has been several slightly different meanings to the word computer, and several different words for the thing we now usually call a computer.
Okay, excellent. So Zain, what has changed over the years?
The computer, the opinions about the computer.
Okay, very good. What we call it. Thank you, Zain. Let's move down to the next one. Just a request. Could everybody mute their microphone? Because somebody's got a little bit of background noise that is a little bit disturbing. Sorry, Zane, maybe? Okay, that's good. Perfect. Let's go over to Ali. Ali, can you read the next highlighted portion of the article? Whoops. It's going to have to be the whole next paragraph. Go ahead, Ali.
Okay, I can see the highlight. Okay.
See the highlighting? Ali?
Okay. No. For instance, computer was once commonly used to mean a person employed to do arithmetic calculations with or without mechanical aids. According to the Bernhardt Concise Dictionary of Etymology, the word came into use in English in 1646 as a word for a person who computes, and then by 1897 also for a mechanical calculating machine. During World War II, it referred to US and British servicewomen whose job it was to calculate the trajectories of large artillery shells with such machines.
Awesome. Good reading, Ali. That was not that easy, was it? There was a few difficult words in there.
Yeah.
Any questions about that?
What's the trajectories?
Okay, sorry about that. The phone is ringing and I just needed to tell the... Anyways, what was your question? Trajectories?
Yes.
Anybody know the answer to that?
Yes,
When-
the trajectory.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I will give you the opportunity if you want, but if not, I will tell you. Do you want to give it a shot?
Okay, the trajectory I think is the track. So like a missile or even in the space, the orbit is the trajectory of the moon, or so whatever track some object or device or vehicle makes is a trajectory. In this case, it's going to start from the ground and make some kind of elliptic track until hit the target or just miss and go down again.
Perfect. Yeah, that's it. So when there's a flying object, it's the path followed by that flying object, okay?
Yes.
That's the trajectory. So they used to use computers to calculate where that would go. Does that make sense?
So it's for the space also, for comets, planets, etc.
Yeah, but it's a
Trajectory?
little bit different. When we're talking
Maybe
about
it's
that,
orbit. Okay.
yeah, it's related to the curve of that celestial body, whatever it is.
Okay.
Okay? Any other questions on the vocabulary for that paragraph?
In this case, what means service women?
A British servicewoman. Okay, that means that she worked for the government.
Oh, secret? Secret or not?
I don't know, actually. I don't know if it was secret. Let me see. No, it's just a woman who works for the government or the military. That's a servicewoman.
Mm.
It doesn't say anything about secrecy.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Good question. Anyone else? Okay, so what did computer used to mean? Lucas, what did it used to mean?
Computer used to mean a person employed to do arithmetic calculation.
Okay, so what do we use nowadays? Instead of getting a person to do that, what do people use?
Nowadays, what people use computers?
Or a simple computer like maybe a calculator, right?
Nowadays, it's I think more easier to use the computer, and there is a lot of programs and which are easier to install, and it's good way to do some things that are that your work can be done better, like write documents or or some company calculations.
Perfect. Excellent. Now, it used to mean a person who computes. Let's talk about what that verb means, to compute. Maybe we could have Osama. What does it mean to compute something? Yeah, to calculate.
Absolutely, right. Calculate, yeah.
Sorry, I was just reading your answer.
Okay.
Another word that the dictionary would use would be to reckon. To reckon means to look at all the information and then decide on a result. So it doesn't necessarily have to do with numbers. Okay?
Okay.
All right, let's continue. We're going to get you to read for us next, okay? Will you read the next highlighted part for us?
Okay. Charles Babbage designed one of the first computing machines called the analytical engine, but due to technological problems it was not built in his lifetime. Various simple mechanical devices such as the slide rule and abacus has also been called computers.
Thank you. And Eduardo, can you read the rest of that paragraph? Sorry, go ahead.
In some cases, they were referred to as analog computers, as they represented numbers by continuous physical quantities rather than by discrete binary digits. What are now called simply computers were once commonly called digital computers. Digital. Digital. To distinguish them from these other devices, which are still used in the field of analog signal processing, for example.
Awesome. Good job. Okay, so any questions on the vocabulary for this paragraph?
So a slide rule, which one is that? Abacus I know, but a slide rule?
Yeah. Slide rule, oh, who can explain? It's a ruler, and in the middle there's a piece that moves. Here's the definition in the chat from the dictionary for you. So you slide the strip down the center of the ruler and it shows you how to multiply or divide. It gives you the answer depending on where you slide it to. You match one side up with the bottom side. And then you slide it up and down and you get your result wherever the line ends up in the middle.
Okay, so it's like a square, no? With a lot of numbers in it, I suppose.
I think so, yeah, but I don't think I've ever used one.
Okay.
Anyone in this class ever used a slide rule? Thank you, Osama. I'm assuming that's a picture. Good. So what's the difference between what was the difference between a computer and a digital computer? Let me ask Zain, what's the difference between a computer and a digital computer in the past?
Let me see. A digital computer will deal with some binary digits, and the computer will also deal with some signals. I find it was not easy for me.
That's okay. It's what do we have today? We call them computers, but what did we used to call them?
We used to call them the analog computers.
We used to call them digital computers. So digital meaning electronic, whereas things like the other devices that we mentioned, they were not digital, right? So we used to distinguish them like that. Any questions or comments about that paragraph before we continue? I was taking a huge risk doing a class on computers because everybody knows I'm terrible.
No, it's good. It's good.
It's difficult topic, I think.
No, it's really good topic, I think.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, Osama.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue with Jose. Do you want to read the next part for us, Jose? The next highlighted portion, please.
Sure, teacher. In thinking of other words for the computer, it is worth noting that in other language, the word chosen does not always have the same literal meaning as the English language word.
Excellent. And the next part?
In French, for example, the... sorry.
Okay, Lucas to read it.
Can you repeat? Because
Can you just read the next part that's highlighted for us, Lucas?
okay. In French, for example, the word is ordinateur, which means approximately organizer or sorting machine. In Chinese, a computer is called Tian Nao, or an electric brain. In English, other words and phrases have been used, such as data processing machine.
I love how the Chinese call it. I'm going to start calling my computer my electric brain. Fantastic. Okay, so what do you guys think about, what would be another word that you could think of to call a computer? Instead of calling it a computer in English, what could you call it? Ali, can you think of one? What names can you think of for your computer?
In English?
Yeah.
Maybe intelligent machine. Also.
Intelligence machine. Perfect. Amp, what do you think?
Speedy tool.
Sorry, again?
Speedy tool.
I heard tool. I didn't hear the first word.
Speed tool.
Type it for me. Type it for me, Amp. I'm sorry. Smart device. Speedy tool. Speedy tool. Smart device. Those are all good. What do you think, Eduardo?
Time saving.
Time saver. Cool.
Yeah.
Or time waster. It could be both.
Yeah. It depends.
Yes.
Depending if you're working or on your Facebook account, right? Lucas, can you think of any names for a computer?
Money maker.
Money maker. For some people, absolutely. Osama?
I don't know. It's like problem solver. We can say that.
Problem solver, absolutely. Good. And Zane, what would you call a computer?
Thinking machine.
A thinking machine. I like it. I like it a lot. Anyone else have a different one they'd like to add?
Short corners.
Again?
Short corners.
I didn't hear it. Can you type it for me, Osama? Short corner. Okay.
Oh,
you could say a corner cutter. A corner cutter.
Yeah, cut corners. Corner cutters. Yeah.
Best friend. Oh, Eduardo, that's sad. I hope I'm your best friend before your computer's your best friend. I'd be pretty sad. Good. Okay, Osama, let's get you to read the last paragraph for us, okay?
Okay. With the invention of the microprocessor in the 1970s, it became possible to produce very inexpensive computers. Personal computer became popular for many tasks, including keeping books, writing and printing documents, calculating forecasts, and other repetitive math with spreadsheets, communicating with email and the internet. Computers wide availability and easy customization has seen them used for many other purposes. Computers are highly versatile tools.
Excellent. Yes, it's versatile.
What's the meaning of versatile?
Versatile means many purposes. It can be used for many different things.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
Cool.
Any questions on the last paragraph?
Spreadsheets was meant.
Okay, a spreadsheet is when it's like a graphed piece of paper with lines going in both directions. And you have your column on your left-hand side and a column on the top.
So a slide rule, but in a paper.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Isn't Excel used, right?
Pardon?
In Excel?
Exactly. That's exactly it. So there's spreadsheets on Excel, or you can have a handwritten spreadsheet.
Like schedule, no?
A diagram.
A diagram, yeah, kind of. But a diagram might have pictures, maybe a circle or some kind of graph, but a spreadsheet is just a piece of paper. You might have a schedule on a spreadsheet, Osama.
Okay.
Okay? You might have the employees' names on the left-hand side and the hours or days on the top, and that's how you organize the schedule. That would be a spreadsheet.
Okay.
Any other questions on the vocabulary for this paragraph? Let's try to use some of these new words. For example, versatile. Versatile. Let's see if Ali use versatile in a sentence. Another word, just to help you out, another word is adaptable.
So for versatile, can we say nowadays TV channels have versatile programs? No?
That would mean that the TV channel has many different kinds of programs.
Yeah.
Right? But versatile means can change, can be flexible, can adapt to other things.
All right, all right.
Okay? Sorry if I wasn't clear the first time. Can you think of one, Ali?
No, I don't think.
Amp, do you want to give me an example of something that you think is versatile or adaptable?
There are, for example, there are some actors, versatile actors that can be successful in dramas, movie, or in a comedy.
Perfect. That's an awesome example. Actors are versatile. So like Amp said, they can either play in a drama, a comedy, or a horror movie. Can anybody think of a versatile actor that they know, that they've seen in many different kinds of films?
Maybe not actor, an animal chameleon is versatile, I think.
Absolutely. They adapt to their environment. Perfect example. Chameleon.
Tom Hanks is an actor versatile.
Absolutely. Tom Hanks is a versatile actor. You want the adjective before the noun. Good job. And that's very true. Lucas? Would you say that you are a versatile person?
I don't think so. But
No?
I try. But I try to be. I think nowadays people have to be versatile because they can find easier job when
They can find a job more easily.
Yeah, they can find a job more easily.
Good job. Perfect. Okay, anyone else have an example of something that is versatile or a way of using it in a sentence they'd like to share? Okay, we won't forget it. So now it comes to our discussion part of the class. Okay, we have 14 questions. And we're going to use those questions to have a conversation. So let's start with Jose Luis. Choose a different student in the class and ask them one of the questions in the list.
Okay, teacher. Question for Eduardo. Some people believe that computers will one day become able to think for themselves. Do you think this is possible? Why?
I think so. A computer is always doing math. It's a program, of course, but you can teach a computer to get own decisions without consulting with anyone. So I suppose in the future they are going to be able to learn by themselves. So yes, I'm pretty sure that they are gonna reach this level of computer. Right now there is some computer, of course, there is always commands for bad or wrong or for yes or no, but I think in the future they are going to be able, not distinguish, but take some decision based in statistics maybe, yeah.
Awesome, good job. Really good answer. Anyone else want to share their opinion on that question?
Someone.
Anyone agree or disagree?
I agree with him, but I think that nowadays we have some operating system. I mean, we have some artificial intelligent operating system that they can learn from themselves, but they are not well developed. I mean, but yeah, there is. It exists nowadays.
So you think possibly, but in the future, just like Eduardo said.
In the future, yeah.
Okay.
But it's gonna be, but it's quite difficult, thing to do. But maybe it will be, yeah.
I think so, but I think that not in short time. Maybe in a long time, but not in short time. Maybe 15 or 100 years.
No. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll move on to the next one. Eduardo, I want you to choose a different student.
Okay, I'm gonna ask AMP number 4. Do you think it's okay to download things from the internet?
That depends what is you're going to download. For example, here in class we have some document that the teacher prepared for us. It's okay. That is normal because it's going to be useful for you. If you refer to something that is illegal, I think it is just a disadvantage for who is the author. The is if a singer or if it's a author of a book. What is that? I think that is their job, so they deserve to have any compensation for his or her job. So if you are just downloading for free, what is going to how he is going to survive? So that's why I disagree.
Excellent. Really good answer, Amp. I like how you came at it from both angles, depending on what it is. Anyone else have a different opinion they'd like to share about it? Downloading? Okay, Amp, choose a different student, different question.
Okay, for Lucas, said, what problems has the internet caused?
I think the most problems internet cause by no people just spend a lot of time on the internet, and some people are desperate or depressed because they don't like to meet with people, or they just prefer to write message on the internet than just go to friends and talk. So I don't like these things. I think internet it has to be educated also in school, like how much hours you can spend that to be helpful to your health.
Harmful.
Not to be harmful. Okay, yes, sorry.
Good, excellent. Who else can think of another? That's a really good question, actually. What are some other problems caused by the internet besides what Lucas mentioned about too much time, depression, or health reasons?
Maybe privacy, people's privacy. With the internet, maybe a hacker can hack your computer, and then he can see some private data that you have in your computer. Maybe he can access in your bank account. So yeah, it's like
Absolutely. Privacy issues, hackers, people looking into your private information. Good. What do you mean by that, Amp? A passive life. What do you mean?
You never work out. You never exercise your body because all the things that you do is just through the computer. You buy things about using the service, or just ask for food using the service. So you never move from your seat, and yeah, it affected your joints at the end of your life.
Perfect. Good answer. Anyone else?
I think people spend too much time on the internet will make them forget the reality. They just be absorbed in the virtual world, playing games or logging in the social media, but forget the real friends in the world, the real friends surrounding them.
Good job. Absolutely. Zane, is that common with like your friends, for example? Do you think some of your friends might spend too much time on social networking, or?
Yes, my roommate will spend most of his time in playing computer games, but just forget the relationship with the others surrounding him.
Good job. Thank you for sharing that with us, Zane. Lucas, it's your turn to choose a different student and a question.
Maybe to Ali. Would you trust a completely computerized car? Why?
I think I don't trust the computerized car because I I want to do something with myself. I don't leave my destiny to a machine, maybe.
Good answer. Does anyone else think differently?
To cars, I don't like much computers with them because it's like it's not the car because nowadays I think cars will be provide some systems like automatically stop and run. So for me, it's boring.
That's true.
I think that actually the people or engineers are working for cars for blind person, and this is a kind of computerized cars. It's a nice option for the blind person.
Yes, I heard also.
I'm really behind. I had no idea.
Yes, it's true, teacher.
Interesting. Anyone else have something they'd like to share? Okay, Ali, you're next. Ali, choose a different student.
Okay. Maybe for Zane.
Okay.
What benefits would thinking computers provide?
I remember a long time ago I saw a film called I, Robot. A computer may protect human beings if they can think. A thinking computers can also do the labor which will be hard for human beings to do. Thinking computers can also go to the dangerous places for human to do some science research and exploration, for example, to the sun or to the deep sea. A thinking computer can also do some dangerous job. In the future, the army may hire thinking computers for the war, or I think that that's my answer.
Perfect. Good job. Anyone else want to share their opinion? About the benefits or the dangers of thinking computers? Anyone want to share their opinion? Okay, Zane, ask Osama a question from the list.
Okay. What is technophobe? Technophobe. Do you know anyone who is Technophobe.
Okay, let me help you. Technophobe.
Okay, technophobe.
Perfect. Osama?
Okay, what is technophobe? Do you know anyone who is a technophobe? A technophobe, I think that is like when someone is afraid from technology. Is that the meaning of technophobe?
Perfect. Good job.
Okay. For instance, I don't know any person who is, who's afraid from technology. No, I think all my friends and all people that I know are so happy for, for the technology, of course.
Excellent. It's a type of fear. Do you know anybody like that, Osama?
No.
Who here knows a technophobe or a person who does not like anything about technology?
It's complicated nowadays. You have to use it even for everything, for work and for everything. So yeah, it's
Well,
complicated to know.
there are some tribes, for example, in my country, that live just far from the civilization, so they don't know anything about technology. Even they don't know what money is. So if you are going to show them a computer, probably they are going to be afraid. Yeah.
Good example. Good example. Does anyone else have people like that in their country?
No.
Yeah, there are some communities, even nobody knows how many people live there. Just they live in the middle of the jungle, and there is not a statistic about how many people live there.
Wow, that's cool. So, Amp, what do you think some of the benefits are of living a life like that?
Like they live.
Yeah, what would be a benefit to living like that?
Well, I suppose that they don't know about what is murder, what is crimes, what is the violence between between them. Among them, they have I suppose a community life. So they feed themselves from the nature without pesticides, without contamination, I think. Mhm.
Good, excellent answer. Anyone else have an opinion about those people? Like to share about the type of life that they live? Okay, now Osama left, so it's somebody needs to ask. Jose Luis, I think, was our first one, right? Amp, do you want to ask Jose Luis a question? Yeah.
Me again?
Yeah, you can choose a question to ask Jose Luis so he can answer it.
Okay. Let me see. What other modern devices do you use every day?
Smartphones. Video games is a kind of technology, teacher.
Of course, yeah.
Sometimes video games, modern radios can be smart radios. Smartwatch. I have a smartwatch, and I don't know how to describe this device, but this device can you use in your tennis, and when you run, this device can read your steps and a run, for example.
Perfect, yeah.
I think that is all that I use usually.
Cool. Anybody else use different kinds of modern devices?
Bank for internet is a device, maybe.
Internet banking. Well, the device is the machine that you use to perform the task. So that would be your computer or your smartphone or your tablet, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about a tablet? Lucas, what are some advantages of using a tablet rather than a computer, a laptop or a desktop? Oh, you can't speak. What about Ali?
First, it's small. It's not take too much place. You can take the tablets with yourself where you go, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can use tablets or laptops wherever you want. It's easy to carry two tablets.
Absolutely. So maybe you could say they're convenient because they're smaller.
Yeah.
What about a disadvantage of using a tablet over a laptop or a desktop? Who can tell me a disadvantage? When do you use a tablet and you go, oh, I wish I had my computer? Eduardo, can you think of a time?
Yes, a lot of times you cannot do a lot of things with your tablet that you can do with your computer, of course. Yeah.
I think it's a little bit slow. You can use quickly the tablets.
And you can use some programs. You just can use some applications. So, yeah, you don't have the same options like in a laptop.
Very true. For me, it's typing. If I need to type a lot of information,
yes,
tablet drives me crazy.
Yeah.
It's slow. You can write slow.
Not quite as fast.
I prefer to use a BlackBerry instead touch screen just to write, like you said, a message. Yeah, I prefer buttons than a screen. Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little bit more accurate, right?
Yeah, easier for me.
Cool. Anyone else want to share a different favorite mobile device that you guys have, or computer, electronic device that you have? What's your favorite?
My favorite is a Echo Sonar.
A what?
Echo Sonar. Do you know what it is?
No.
To watch the bottom of the sea or a lake or a river, so you can detect the fish. I go fishing every weekend, and in Aboy we have Echo Sonar, radar, and GPS. Yeah.
For you, that's an important device.
Yes, of course, because show the fish. The Echo Sonar sends a signal through the water until the bottom of the sea, and you can detect in the middle whatever is there, like fish.
That sounds like cheating to me, Eduardo. I'm just saying. It sounds like cheating. I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
a little bit.
For me, GPS, teacher, because the Mexico City is very big and I bad for recognize streets. It's very useful for me.
Absolutely. You should have seen me on the metro. You would have been very proud.
So, yes, teacher.
Okay, good job, you guys. It was awesome to see you again. I will be back in 1 hour, and we'll continue our lessons together. Any questions before we close?
Thank you, teacher. Nice to see you.